Why don't we talk about Iran? Let's move on. You talk about weakness and sending the wrong signals. Let's look at what this president has done with regard to Iran. You have unprecedented cyber attacks on Iran. You have joint military activity off of the shore of Iran. You've got this incredible set of sanctions that is the most brutal and severe set of sanctions anywhere on planet Earth except maybe Cuba. You have an incredible series of moves that were made by this president. The Republicans never were cheerleading for it. They never gave him any credit for it until now. Now suddenly they say, well, wait, but what you were doing before was great. We're mad at you for moving away from it. So when the president is putting these sanctions in place that got China, Russia, India, and everybody on our side against Iran, you guys say nothing. Then when he moves to the next step from the sanctions to negotiations, you start undermining him. How is undermining the president every time he does anything a smart thing for the United States?
The sanctions were insisted upon by the Congress of the United States, especially in a bipartisan way, but an awful lot of Republicans.
And implemented by this president.
And this president tried to water them down and reluctantly has implemented many of them. But you're living, honestly, Van, you're living in an alternate universe if you think that the Obama administration has been tough on Iran. I mean, the Obama administration is proud of its outreach to Iran. Maybe you didn't notice that there was a little bit of an insurrection in Iran in 2009 when they stole the election, and the Obama administration conspicuously did nothing.
And you wanted what? And you wanted.
And you should go talk to any Middle East leader and try to tell them, you know what, that Obama administration, they've been tough on Iran.
Let's not talk to the autocrats in the Middle East. Let's talk to the people who led the Green Revolution, who overwhelmingly oppose military action against Iran and overwhelmingly believe in diplomacy with Iran because they know the best way of overthrowing this horrible government is, in fact, to end the Cold War that sustains it in power. That is the overwhelming view of the people who put their lives on the line in Iran back in 2009.
The best way to end Cold Wars is through Ronald Reagan's strategy of peace and strength, which was not accepting bad arms control deals. Reagan had the guts to walk away in Reykjavik and to say that we need to actually dismantle either the regime or actually seriously roll back their nuclear program, not give it a slight pause.
It's interesting you mentioned that because, as you know, Bill, Ronald Reagan was attacked viciously by conservatives in the late 1980s for being soft on Gorbachev. And indeed, our friend Newt Gingrich called him Neville Chamberlain in 1985, the first time he met with Mikhail Gorbachev. So, in fact,
I said it was the most dangerous meeting since Munich. Because of the
do you still believe that?
Well, it was a dangerous meeting, and Reagan handled it brilliantly.
Meeting Mikhail Gorbachev in 1985 was the most dangerous meeting since Munich?
A bunch of liberals who hated Reagan and hated Thatcher are now saying, I'm sorry, a bunch of liberals who hated Reagan and hated Thatcher, you were 10 years old at the time, you weren't involved.
I've written very positively about Reagan in his second term on foreign policy.
Yeah, very selectively. But anyway, a bunch of liberals who hated Reagan and Thatcher and people like President Barack Obama, who spent the entire 80s opposing their policies, are now, when they are under legitimate criticism for a weak foreign policy, saying, hey, we're just like Reagan and Thatcher. Really? Maybe I missed